Welcome back to your day. You know, WTLL 11 is a proud sponsor of the Life Connection Big Green Chair Sit-In. And while we tell amazing stories of those who have received an organ donation, what happens to the donor's family? Steele joins us from Life Connection of Ohio with how those heroes are not forgotten. Good morning. Thanks for joining us today.
Good morning, Amanda. Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. So you all are with these families really every step of the way.
We are. We have an incredible family services department who serves these families in the hospital when they've just been given that horrible news that their loved one has died. And it's our job and our privilege to be there to support those families as they start that grief journey. And even after they leave the hospital, we at Life Connection of Ohio have an awesome family aftercare program. So it's a 15-month program where we really truly walk with these families along their grief journey. We're there every step of the way. Any support we can provide, any bereavement resources, opportunities when they're ready to honor and remember their loved one for the incredible gift of life that they gave to so many people. It's, again, our privilege to be here with these families in some of the darkest moments of their lives.
Yeah, and offering that support, because it is really difficult, even though they know that their loved one did an amazing thing. Obviously it's still a huge loss, for their loved ones. So you're there checking in with them, every few weeks, really, it seems.
Yeah, a few weeks after donation, they'll get a call from one of our family aftercare coordinators that kind of starts them on that journey. And obviously every family is different and every family requires a different level of support. So we kind of have our aftercare program to guide us, and then as much or as little as they need. So you're seeing our medallion. Every donor family receives that organ donor medallion of honor because their loved one was able to give that gift of life. We see a lot of the families put that on the tombstone possibly, or even just display it in their home because they're so proud that their loved one was able to do that. And yeah, resources along the way throughout that 15-month program. And then after the program is complete, we encourage them to join our volunteer family. So we have several donor families who volunteer for Life Connection of Ohio and spread the word about organ donation, share their loved one's story, and potentially even inspire others to donate life like their loved one did.
And you have events, all throughout the year where these families, they really do stay part of this message and getting the word out. And of course, we love to be involved with these events as well.
Well, and one of our favorite events that we offer every year, of course, is our Donate Life Green Chair Sit-In with WTL. It really is an awesome way for our donor families to literally take a seat and share the story about their loved one and how they became a hero through donation. So you're seeing some of our donor families who've participated in past years. They always look forward to that event. I have talked to a couple donor families recently who have said, obviously, like you said, Amanda, this doesn't take place of my loved one. I would want my loved one to be here if I could choose, but that wasn't my choice, and the choice that we made was giving life and extending life for so many other people, and that's a pretty powerful thing. And so anytime that they're able to share their loved one's story and talk about all that they were able to give, organ donation gives them a way to do that. They're able to talk about their loved one who may have passed 20 years ago, as we heard from a pair of sisters at this year's virtual sit-in. And every year when that anniversary rolls around, it's obviously still a very hard day 20 years later, but they know that their dad prevented that day from happening from how many other children. They prevented other families from losing loved ones because they received that gift of life that they so desperately needed. And it's just an amazing thing. And again, we're so grateful to WTOL for providing that awesome way for our families to be able to share those stories.
Yeah, and show tribute and honor and for saving lives. It's really incredible. We love to be a part of that. Something else that you all do as well that's really interesting. A lot of people probably don't know, but when a donor has passed away, their family gets a really beautiful keepsake and token. It's called a comfort shawl. Tell us about that.
Yeah, sure. We're very proud of this program, our Comfort Shawl program. We are grateful to those in the community that make these for us, that allow us to give these to our donor families. So they're actually laid on their loved one. It's oftentimes the last thing that touched their loved one. And of course, we're not able to, have our donor families walk away from that hospital with their loved one. So instead of walking away empty-handed, we give them this Comfort Shawl. And so many of our families have talked about how meaningful it is and they truly wrap themselves up in it, think of their loved one, and it really does provide them with some comfort and some peace. And it's like a keepsake, like you said, that they really treasure it forever. And it's very, very important for those families to have that. So we're proud of that program. And any knitters and crocheters who will be interested, I'm going to shout that out right now, because we definitely have a need for people to make those if anyone's interested.
And I know they're watching today, Kara, because it's Wednesday, it's Knit Along Day. Knitters and crocheters, they're 30 by 50 inches. You all have the, the measurements. And how can people get in contact with you if that's something that they want to do?
Yes, if anyone's interested, you can check out our website and you can message us through there, which is lifeconnection.org, or you can email our family aftercare coordinators directly. They're the ones that manage this program, and that is aftercare@lifeconnection.org.
Wonderful. Kara, thank you so much for joining us this morning. Always great to see you.
Thank you so much.
Yep, take care.